What's the best memory of 50 Cent?
Best memory of 50 Cent? Ever since I met 50 Cent, he's always been stand up and probably the most truthful person I've ever met.
The BMF empire is spiraling out of control. Word on the street is Big Meech just snapped on 50 Cent. And the message? It's already buzzing all through the industry. Sources say Meech is heated over how the whole BMF series has been handled. But the real drama? He found out a big chunk of money tied directly to his name, his story, is just gone. No paper trail, no explanation. And now, behind bars, Meech is pointing the finger straight at 50, accusing him of flipping his life into a TV empire while keeping the real ones broken in the dark. In a firestorm message reportedly passed through people close to him, Meech didn't hold back. He said, he used my name, my story, and gave crumbs back to the people who lived it. That hit deep. But it ain't just Big Meech clapping back. Now Lil Meech is putting 50 on blast too. In a cryptic but loud Instagram story, he let the world know how he really feels. His words? This ain't loyalty, it's theft in a suit. Whoa, this just turned from a partnership to a war zone, and it's looking real messy. Word is Lil Meech is done playing nice.
I was still trying to find myself. My dad was calling me from jail every day. He was like, man, what you gonna do? I'm like, shit, I don't know. I always knew I wanted to be my own person. It's just hard, to live up to my dad's name. And he called me one day, he's like, man, they looking at Terrence Howard and Nipsey Hussle. And I don't know if you're gonna be able to play me, but you gotta go to acting class so you can get ready. So I met 50. 50 put me in acting class for 2 years in LA. Invested in me, paid for the acting class. I had to go every day, two times a day, 5 days a week. In the morning, in the afternoon, come back home, study again, do the same thing the next day.
Wow, like a ball player.
Yeah, but I put in the work though, and it showed me that 50 couldn't get me the job. I had to get myself the job. My dad couldn't get me the job. They would have hired somebody else that already had acting experience. I had no experience. So I was coming from it.
Insiders say he's gearing up to cut all ties with the BMF series and snatch back control of the name that built the empire. With the money mysteriously missing, loyalty broken, and father and son now standing side by side, this ain't no business dispute anymore. It's full-on war, and the drama just keeps snowballing. Big Meech has stepped out with serious heat, calling out 50 Cent directly. He's accusing 50 of twisting the story, finessing the brand, and causing a deep rift inside the Flannery family. Sources claim 50 didn't just cash in on BMF. He allegedly manipulated Lil Meech behind the scenes, pulling him away from his father and causing chaos between them. But things really exploded after Big Meech linked back up with Rick Ross following his release. That move? It shook the table, especially since Ross and 50 been beefing for years. At first, Lil Meech seemed loyal to 50, even posting support. But now, he's moving different. The silence is gone, and the shift is loud. Both Big Meech and Lil Meech are clearly siding with Ross now. 50 didn't take that lightly. He fired back fast, throwing shade at Big Meech's parenting, even claiming he pushed Lil Meech into wild habits, like reckless spending and partying too hard. The tension is personal now, and it's boiling over. Big Meech ain't staying quiet no more. He's drawing the line and letting it be known. 50 Cent won't keep playing games with his legacy.
Saying from the hood to Hollywood that you gotta have, you know what I'm saying? Especially when you getting it. You know what I'm saying? See, people never seen how I really put it down, because unless you're a part of that, I'm not gonna let you see that. Only thing you're gonna see is us enjoying ourselves. That's what you're supposed to see.
So Big Meech is not letting 50...
Word on the street says both Big Meech and Lil Meech are plotting a major comeback move. They're reportedly teaming up with Rick Ross and Floyd Mayweather to launch a brand new BMF series, one that'll go head-to-head with 50's version and rewrite the whole narrative. This beef has officially turned into a high-stakes chess match, and the BMF brand is caught right in the middle. What started as internal tension is now a full-blown public battle for control and legacy. But the Flannery fam's new alliance with Ross and Floyd got people talking heavy. Fans are raising eyebrows, wondering if Meech is trading one shady setup for another. Skeptics think Ross and Mayweather might be using this whole drama to boost their image, not protect the real BMF story. Meanwhile, 50 Cent keeps throwing low blows. He fired shots straight at Big Meech's fatherhood, saying he encouraged Lil Meech's wild lifestyle, including rumors about substance use and reckless spending. That one hit hard, and it sent the tension into overdrive. Then came the bombshell. 50 hinted that the entire BMF show might be getting scrapped. That's when Lil Meech reportedly made a private move, trying to patch things up. Sources say he reached out to 50, telling him that the viral pic of Big Meech and Rick Ross wasn't what it looked like, just business. According to insiders, Lil Meech explained that Ross helped out financially so Big Meech could handle bills while they waited for the next production season. But at this point, it might be too late. The damage has already been done, and the war lines are clear. This whole fallout just keeps getting messier, and the cracks are starting to show. Behind closed doors, both sides are making slick, strategic moves, each trying to snatch back control of the BMF legacy. But things took a wild turn once the drama spilled out all over social media.
Elliot charged me $200,000 just for this Cuban. This Cuban is like 1,100 grams. It's chunky, real big. I already can't have this on for longer than 3-4 hours. My neck started hurting. You know, you might find a regular Cuban for 50 or for 100 maybe, but you know, it's 200 just for a kilo.
What's the pendant for?
3, just for the pendant. Right here, this is Antarctica. It's the big boy. This is the pristine, call it Antarctica. It's the chandelier. I might have seen Phil DJ Khaled with this song. It's that big boy, you know.
How much is it worth?
$2 million.
Lil Meech tried to cool it down, reportedly messaging that folks online were twisting the real relationships, saying, "You know me in real life." But 50 Cent wasn't buying it, not even a little. Instead of backing off, 50 turned all the way up. He clowned Lil Meech publicly, making it crystal clear he's done playing nice. When asked about the show's next season, 50 straight up mocked him, posting, "What next season, Lil Ninja?" And that was just the start. He kept swinging, throwing jabs about Lil Meech's future in acting, saying maybe his next role would be on Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. Then he joked about calling up Mona Scott to make it happen. That comment alone had the internet buzzing, but it didn't stop there. 50 then shifted focus right back to Big Meech and Rick Ross, throwing shade at their influence and resurfacing old footage of Lil Meech with Ross's daughter, Toy Roberts. That clip, it became his ammo for more shots, calling out what he sees as messy alliances and even messier parenting. This ain't just a beef now. It's a full-blown, gloves-off brawl with reputations and relationships getting dragged through the mud. 50 Cent kept the pressure on, flipping the whole situation into a spotlight on Rick Ross. He dragged Ross for being MIA during Big Meech's time behind bars, throwing out a pointed question. If Ross really cared, why didn't he help Lil Meech with acting lessons or real support while he was getting started? 50 labeled Ross's silence as straight-up negligence and threw more shade by saying, "You can't just pop up out of nowhere acting like a kingpin when you did nothing during the grind years."
Lil Meech got Richard Millie's Chrome Heart jeans, 10,000. I buy some Chrome Hearts for 10,000? I might wear them shits for a month, bro.
Meech and Lil Meech looks like they are officially partners with Floyd Mayweather. Now they're being very tight-lipped about the venture, but my guess is it is going to be big. Floyd Mayweather is a very, very competitive person, and he will pull out all the...
According to 50 Cent, Lil...
Then he made sure to remind everybody who really held it down. According to 50, he was the one who gave the Flannery name structure, resources, and actual business moves, while everyone else stayed silent. He didn't just talk about loyalty, he put money and power behind it. And 50 didn't stop there. He turned up on Lil Meech too. He accused him of blowing through all the money he earned from the BMF show. "I helped your family make over $5 million in legit money," 50 claimed. "It ain't my fault it's all gone now." That statement sparked another firestorm online. Fans split fast. Some said 50 was just keeping it real, while others dragged him for ditching Lil Meech over a single photo with Ross. Either way, the internet lit up, and this saga just keeps getting wilder. That viral photo of Big Meech with Rick Ross split the internet in two. Some folks dragged 50 Cent for being petty, but others said he had every right to feel betrayed. After all, he spent years mentoring Lil Meech, throwing him financial lifelines and building the Flannery name into a household brand. So when Ross entered the picture, yeah, it hit different. Then the industry started chiming in and things got louder. Boosie was one of the first to weigh in, and he wasn't holding back. He called out Lil Meech for being way too polite in that message to 50, especially after 50 publicly blasted his father. Boosie said what a lot of people were thinking. Lil Meech should have come back way harder. But of course, 50 wasn't gonna let that slide. He posted a clip from Boosie's interview with a savage caption that shut everything down. His words, "I did more for Meech than anyone in his life." That's why he responded like that. If he ever gets locked up, I'll be the first person he called. Oof! This ain't just about TV deals anymore. It's getting deeply personal. What started as a messy business fallout is now looking like a full-blown loyalty war, and reputations are on the line. 50 took it even further, revealing behind-the-scenes moves most fans didn't know about. He claimed he supported Lil Meech through some dark times, including bailing him out multiple times and even covering a stay in rehab after discovering he had a serious problem with whippets, aka laughing gas. That right there took everyone by surprise. With every new reveal, the gap between 50 and the Flannery family keeps getting wider, and the damage might be beyond repair.
He's still awaiting his case.
Okay.
He's still sitting in jail.
Right.
But recently, I had Day 26 come do my show.
I think I've seen some of that interview, yeah.
Right. So I started talking to him, and, I started talking to Q from Day 26, and he's talking about how, you have sober Diddy, then you have high Diddy. And, you kind of have a different person depending on who you catch on that day. And he starts talking about how he read this one email, and he couldn't go into the details, but it had something to do with sacrifices and so forth. And he started to cry. And then the rest of Day 26 started to cry. Like, that's never happened to me. I've had people cry in my interviews, but I've never seen a whole group of men start to cry at the same time.
I don't get it. I don't know why somebody would do that to.
So you gotta think mentally what them went through over there, the Danity Canes, the Day 26. Because for making you treating this artist like that, damn, that shit crazy.
50 Cent finally let it all out in a detailed Instagram post, breaking down exactly how his once solid relationship with Big Meech and Lil Meech completely fell apart. And according to him, this mess wasn't really about business, it was all about jealousy. 50 claimed Big Meech started feeling some type of way while locked up, watching how tight he and Lil Meech had become. That bond, it was making waves, and Big Meech allegedly didn't like being out of the spotlight in his own story. 50 says he tried to steer Lil Meech the right way, warning him about reckless spending and drug use. But instead of support, he claims Big Meech undermined him at every turn, allegedly pushing the very habits 50 was trying to stop. And then came the bombshells from the BMF set. Actor Russell Hornsby reportedly noticed signs of drug use when Lil Meech threw up during a weapons test scene. Not long after, another crew member found whippet canisters inside Lil Meech's car. That set off major red flags for everyone involved. But rather than laying low or cleaning things up, the Flannery duo went full throttle in the opposite direction. Instead of patching things up with 50, they started publicly aligning with his known enemies. The biggest shock? Lil Meech and Big Meech were seen right next to Rick Ross, even after Lil Meech had privately told 50 he wasn't loyal to Ross like that. And just when fans thought the betrayal couldn't go deeper, bam! The father-son duo popped up in Miami, standing shoulder to shoulder with Floyd Mayweather, another one of 50's longtime foes. This wasn't just a falling out anymore, it was a full-on betrayal, caught in 4K. This wasn't just a photo op, it was a power move. The message was loud and clear. Personal alliances now trump old loyalties.
Yeah, so look, I do want to do a BMF film because you've been entertained by a lackluster, small budget series. Now it's time to do a big budget film. Which director? Shout out to my homie F. Gary Gray, Antoine Foucault, what's up? Tarantino, it's a lot of legends. This is gonna be big, I can feel it. I'm just talking.
What started as a quiet falling out has exploded into a very public standoff. New pics just hit the net, showing Lil Meech posing up with Rick Ross and Floyd Mayweather, and the caption, "With real power." That right there was a not-so-subtle jab at 50 Cent's whole Power franchise. And trust, it did not go unnoticed. The internet lit up instantly, with fans and insiders buzzing over the shade. Many took it as a clear sign that Lil Meech is officially switching sides, and that the Flannery family might be cooking up a whole new game plan to snatch control of their own legacy. But the real jaw-dropper came just days later. Lil Meech dropped another cryptic post, this time featuring himself Big Meech, and Floyd Mayweather all together. No words, just a shushing face emoji. And that emoji said everything. Silence before the storm. That one post sent speculation through the roof. Rumors started flying that the trio could be working on a top-secret business venture, one that's meant to directly compete with 50 Cent's BMF show.
It's just being with him everywhere, seeing nice things all the time since I was born. So I always knew that he was doing something. I mean, I don't know, it could have been anything. So I had a fun childhood, crazy childhood.
And while no one's confirmed it yet, whispers all over the industry are saying the Flannerys are looking to launch a new series or film centered on the real BMF story. Their way, not 50's way. If that's true, the chessboard just changed. And the next move could flip the whole game. The buzz around a rival BMF project just got way louder. Rick Ross recently announced that he's looking to produce his own BMF movie, and he didn't hold back. Ross teased that his version would be more authentic, instantly sparking debate over who really owns the true BMF legacy. But here's where things get sticky. There's a major roadblock standing in the way. If Ross, Floyd, and the Flannery fam are serious about launching a new film or series, they're gonna have to face off with one very big name, 50 Cent. Why? Because 50 still holds the exclusive television and film rights to the BMF story, and his camp has made that very clear in public statements. So unless those rights are legally reassigned or challenged in court, any competing BMF project is gonna be swimming in legal quicksand. This throws a huge wrench in Ross and Mayweather's rumored plans. Even if Big Meech is on board, without 50's official sign-off, their project could hit a dead end before it even starts rolling.
Right, they don't even understand that you know, the way we grew up, you're supposed to spend no more than 10 or 20% of what you make. You know what I'm saying? So you can have some.
He was able to do it because, like financially, I was supporting the idea, and I believe you could do it. He had moved to California and was working with acting coaches, and his dad didn't know that he was actually doing that.
Insiders close to the situation say there's zero chance 50 is giving up those rights anytime soon. Despite all the personal drama with Big Meech and Lil Meech, G-Unit Film and Television is reportedly still locked in and fully committed to continuing the BMF franchise. TMZ even confirmed it. No changes to the contract, no plans to pass the torch. So for now, 50's grip on the BMF empire stays strong, and anyone trying to challenge that will have to come correct or face the courtroom smoke. Next up for G-Unit Film and TV, a brand new biopic on Tammy Cowens, one of the key masterminds behind BMF's financial operations. 50's team is ready to expand the story beyond the streets, digging deeper into the brains behind the empire and showing sides of BMF the public hasn't seen yet.
About, Meech, bro, I don't know. Lil Meech, I ain't like his response. It seemed like he got a genuine kind of love for 50 on his response. But, my response, nigga, fuck you, nigga. Nigga, that's my daddy. Nigga, fuck you, nigga. Nigga, let's go to war, nigga, fuck you. And everything you, nigga, fuck you. I don't know what Meech was on some. Nigga, that's my paw, nigga. I don't give a fuck. Right, wrong, nigga. I don't give a fuck, nigga. Is it my son, nigga? My nigga ain't gonna go against this grain. Fuck that. I was like, damn, seemed like him and 50 got a, cause after that thing came out, how Meech was talking all, no, nigga, fuck all y'all. I'm with my dad, nigga,
Even more.
But while 50's building forward, Lil Meech's image is taking major damage. Public opinion is flipping fast, and now more people are siding with 50 Cent, blasting Lil Meech for what they see as the ultimate fall-off. What was once a golden opportunity is now being called a massive waste. Insiders say Lil Meech burned through his entire check from the BMF series, around $5 million, and did it with no hesitation. Instead of stacking bread, he went full rock star mode. Luxury cars, designer drip, iced out chains, and $2 million watches like it was nothing. He didn't even try to keep it low-key. His socials were filled with flex pics, rocking custom chrome hearts, whipping foreigns, and throwing stacks around like Monopoly money. To fans and insiders alike, it was clear. The cash was evaporating fast. But the most shocking part? Word is Lil Meech was still asking for help behind the scenes. Industry vet Tony Yayo dropped the bomb that Lil Meech was moving wild. acting entitled, and even reaching out to other artists like Lil Baby, reportedly asking them to chip in financially to help Big Meech. That kind of move, flashy spending on one hand, begging for support on the other, has people questioning not just his choices, but his entire sense of responsibility. The empire may be legendary, but the prince might have just fumbled the crown. While Lil Meech was reportedly asking others to help support Big Meech, he was out here dropping $100,000 on a single pair of jeans. That wild contrast between financial need and non-stop flexing has fans and insiders seriously questioning not just his priorities, but whether he's even fit to carry the BMF name forward. As G-Unit continues steering the BMF brand into new territory, one thing's up in the air. Does Lil Meech even have a place in its future? Because in this game, second chances are rare, and once that golden ticket's gone, it's usually gone for good. What makes it worse? Lil Meech himself admitted something heavy, that before 50 Cent stepped in, he was completely lost. No direction, no purpose, no plan. It was 50 who saw the raw potential and chose to invest. And not just with words, he paid for 2 full years of acting training out of his own pocket to help shape Lil Meech into a real lead. Instead of hiring a pro, 50 rolled the dice on someone with zero experience, strictly off loyalty and belief. In this industry, that kind of move is almost unheard of. With that level of backing, you'd expect nothing but focus and gratitude, right? But now, the way Lil Meech has been moving, it paints a very different story. Flashy lifestyle, wild spending, disrespectful alliances. It's looking like he thought the high life was guaranteed forever, like the money and support would never dry up. But the truth? This industry don't care about your name. It cares about your hustle and your loyalty. And as the drama with 50 Cent and Big Meech keeps unfolding, more and more fans are switching sides. At first, people felt for Lil Meech, but now they're starting to see things real different. At first, the public saw Lil Meech as just a kid caught in the crossfire, stuck between two industry titans, Big Meech and 50 Cent. When 50 cut ties over a single photo, many thought it was harsh. But once new pics surfaced of Lil Meech kicking it with Rick Ross and Floyd Mayweather, both longtime 50 critics, that sympathy vanished fast. Now, fans are looking at the situation through a whole new lens. People are starting to question whether Lil Meech's loyalty was ever real to begin with. Just weeks before, he was out here publicly backing 50, even throwing shade at Ross. Then suddenly, he's side by side with Ross and Mayweather, calling them real power. Yeah, that move had folks calling foul real quick, but the twist doesn't stop there. The streets are buzzing with rumors that Big Meech and Lil Meech are now cooking up a competing BMF film, teaming up with Ross and Mayweather to create their own version of the legacy. And for fans of the original series, that's a major red flag. With 50 Cent's G-Unit Film and Television still holding the exclusive rights to the BMF story, this bold new plan could crash before it even lifts off. Legal walls are already being spotted on the horizon, and they're solid. Here's the kicker. Big Meech reportedly signed away those rights years ago to none other than Tammy Cowens, the same executive who partnered with 50 to bring the BMF series to stars in the first place. So now the big question is, if the Flannerys already signed away their story, what exactly are they trying to sell? This new move isn't just controversial, it's starting to look like a desperate power grab, and fans are calling it out loud. Here's the wild reality. Big Meech doesn't even control the rights to his own life story. Those rights belong to Tammy Cowens, the same exec who teamed up with 50 Cent to launch the official BMF series on Stars. So with all this talk about a new project involving Rick Ross and Floyd Mayweather, the big question is, what can they really do without those rights? Would Ross and Floyd have to buy the rights back? Or are they trying to cook up some kind of spin-off, something that dodges the original BMF narrative by telling it from a different angle? Or is this whole thing just a retaliation play, a flashy move to shake up the empire that 50 Cent already built? Either way, the logistics are messy. Any misstep could lead to a serious lawsuit or contract breach, and the stakes are getting higher by the day. Now, the internet is split and the questions are louder than ever. Was 50 Cent right to call out Big Meech as a toxic influence on his son? Did Lil Meech really fumble a once-in-a-lifetime shot by switching sides this fast? And is this team up with Ross and Mayweather a bold power play, or just a last-minute scramble to stay relevant? This ain't just about a show. It's about legacy, ownership, and who gets to tell the real story behind one of hip-hop's most infamous crews. Let us know what you think in the comments. Is this new alliance about to crash and burn, or could it flip the entire game in hip-hop storytelling? And yo, before you bounce, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Hit that bell so you never miss a drop. More jaw-dropping reveals are on the way. Watch the next video. You won't believe what's coming next.